At one point as a traveling trainer, I faced some of the usual challenges of life on the road. Things usually go very well for me, and on those rare occasions when things hiccup, they're usually minor. Well, this particular week, however, I dealt with a major problem that had the potential to cause a major disruption in my business. As I looked back on what happened, I began to see the entire situation with new clarity, and I made several mistakes. The first mistake was in making assumptions about what a vendor would do. I could have spent more time at their website and learned more about their policies and procedures, but instead I spent a brief time skimming over their services and made assumptions about how to order a particular service and whether it was the right one for me. The second mistake I made was in not contacting the vendor earlier to discuss how best to use their services and whether they were even the right vendor for the job. The third mistake I made was in trying to deal with this vendor while I was hurrying to catch a train. In other words, I was in a state of stress, which undoubtedly came through in my voice, even though I don't think I was rude, demanding, or abusive. As I dealt with this vendor and trying to resolve several problems, I received brusque, almost rude customer service. Now, I don't believe there's ever a reason to treat any customer in a manner that is anything other than cheerful, pleasant, respectful, and empathetic. But I wonder if there were subtle messages that I was sending that caused me to receive less than exemplary customer service. As I look back at my experiences with other people, I also need to look in the mirror. Am I doing everything I can to have a positive effect on everyone I meet? Have I gone out of my way to touch people in a positive way? When the world doesn't go my way, do I take a moment to stop and regroup, or do I complain to everyone around me so they can feel bad too? I know I can't control other people, but I can certainly control how I appear when they look in my direction. So what are the lessons I learned, and how do they relate to us in end user and customer support? Number one, start early. When we have plenty of time, we're more relaxed and things just seem to go better. Arrive at your desk early. Give yourself 15 or 20 minutes before your shift starts to gather your thoughts and organize your workspace. Then later, when the day starts to get frantic, you'll find you're more in control of things. I knew a football coach who told his players, if you're not 15 minutes early, you're late. We've all heard people say they were late because traffic was awful, the drawbridge was up, a train was blocking the road, or any of a multitude of other excuses. The truth is, when we're late, it's because we didn't leave early enough. No excuses. Number two, do enough research. As a tech support or customer service person, do you subscribe to the news feeds and blogs about the products you support? Do you spend time each day reading articles and books related to the products that you support? Have you set up a virtual lab using VMware or VirtualBox so you can experiment and test your solutions before you offer them to your users? Knowledge is power. And the more knowledge you have, the more you'll be empowered to delight your end users with relevant, accurate solutions. Number three, focus. Focus on the task at hand instead of multitasking. This means when your user or customer calls needing help, you focus exclusively on them and nothing else. Even if you think you can multitask, don't let your callers know you're doing it while you're talking to them. Number four, look in the mirror. When the world is crashing around us, when we're caught in the turbulent frenzies of life, before we do anything else, we need to stop and look in the mirror. Now, maybe we can't control the rest of the world, but we are in complete control over how we view the world and what's happening in it, and how we respond to what happens. As a person providing end user or customer support, take a moment to ask yourself the following questions. Number one, do I put myself in the user's or customer's shoes? Number two, do I take ownership of a problem and see it through to completion? Number three, am I willing to help everyone around me, both end users and customers and coworkers? Number four, do I consciously assume a positive outlook with everyone? Number five, am I respectful and courteous to everyone, even difficult people? Number six, do I treat everyone with respect and dignity? Number seven, do I speak and conduct myself confidently with users and customers? If you answered yes to at least five, you're on the right track to creating a positive position from which to serve your users for the best results. If you answered yes to fewer than five, your attitude might be keeping you from doing your best to create the proper environment for success in both your career and your personal life.